So, what do you do if you come to a part of your show and you need to uh, either make up some time or you've got way too much content and you need to kill something? Well, there's a really cool little type of story that can help you out, and that story element is known as a kicker. So a kicker is going to be a lighthearted, offbeat, humorous story that typically comes at the end of the show. And it's something that's not going to be very news important. You're not providing people with information that they need to have. This is just kind of a little happy story that you can use to end your show, kind of make sure everything just ends off on an upbeat. And kickers can come in any variety of story types. It can be copies, VOs, SOTs, VOSOTs, packages, graphics like that. And the great thing about a kicker is when a producer will usually add a kicker to the end of their show just so that they have something extra. And if they start running out of time, well, kicker's the first thing to go. They've already planned it. Or they may have a kicker floating in a just like in a backup folder or a part of their show that's not timed out. And if they suddenly realize, you know what, I need 30 seconds, let's grab a 30-second kicker to add to our show. And so they're going to be able to have this as just something that is a really powerful tool for their show if you need to fill up something that's going to happen at the end of your content. So I want to take a look at a couple of story examples. So this first one is going to be an example of a package for a kicker.
Well, just in time for St. Patrick's Day, crowds are coming by the dozens to get an up-close view at what some say is a piece of Irish folklore.
Some people in the Crichton area of Mobile say a leprechaun is taking up residence in their neighborhood. A leprechaun. NBC 15's Brian Johnson has more.
Curiosity leads to large crowds in Mobile's Crichton community, many of you bringing binoculars, camcorders, even camera phones to take pictures.
To me, it look like a leprechaun to me. All I gotta do is look up in the tree. Who else seen the leprechaun say yeah?
Eyewitnesses say the leprechaun only comes out at night. If you shine a light in its direction, it suddenly disappears. This amateur sketch resembles what many of you say the leprechaun looks like. Others find it hard to believe and have come up with their own theories and explanations for the image.
My theory is it's casting a shadow from the other limb.
Could be a crackhead that got hold to the wrong stuff, and it told him to get up in a tree and play a leprechaun.
We're going to get down to the bottom of this. Yeah, it's still on there, guy. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid, man.
This guy helping to direct traffic says he's prepared for his encounter with the leprechaun. He's suited up from head to toe.
This wars off spells right here. This is a special leprechaun flute, which has been passed down from thousands of years ago from my great-great-grandfather who was Irish. I just came to help out.
Others just came to get lucky in hopes a pot of gold may be buried under this tree.
I'm gonna run a backhoe and uproot that tree. I wanna know where the gold at. I want the gold. Give me the gold. I want the gold.
This is Brian Johnson, NBC 15 News.
People will do anything for a pot of gold. I mean, anything.
You know what I like? I like the amateur sketch of the leprechaun.
Yeah,
it looks like somebody got a really good look at it and got that good drawing out there.
Who did that? I want to know who sketched that.
I don't know. Maybe Brian sketched it.
Doodling.
That was a good story.
So as you kind of saw, this was a package that was taking up that they were showing to take up some time. And in this case, you know, this was kind of, they even probably put this into a part of their show to make things a little more interesting. So if you believe in leprechauns, come on down to Mobile, Alabama, and you might find one for yourself. So another type of story is what's known as a VO. So we got a VO kicker that actually this one came in from one of the national feeds. So this talks about video that's happening from Australia. So let's take a look at this one.
A woman in Australia is gaining national attention for what she sleeps with in her bed. Take a look. That's a freshwater crocodile that Vicky Lowing is snuggling with. She says she saved the reptile when she found her dumped on her doorstep 2 decades ago. Who just dumps a crocodile on someone's doorstep? Anyway, since then, she nursed the creature back to health, and the two have formed a special bond.
First, initially, I was a little bit concerned when the snout's near your face, but I realised that she just wanted to be close to me.
Wow, Now, Lowing has several other exotic pets. I'm sure you're shocked, including an alligator in the bathroom. Why not? A saltwater crocodile in the garage. And there's a cat, and none of them seem to mind her little frisky feline. What a special place to go and visit. You can make it out alive.
She sleeps with it?
You know what? People sleep with their dogs and cats. Why not a reptile?
Okay, because his teeth are a lot sharper
Oh,
and
it can
bigger.
kill you while you're sleeping.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying.
So with this video, they were talking about the lady with the reptile. And then even after the video, the anchors were just sort of chit-chatting a little bit about, you know, if they had wanted it as a pet or if they would not. And so they were using that as an opportunity to fill up content in the show and to kind of round up their show. And let's check out another one from these guys because they always provide some really fun and entertaining kickers.
On live TV, anything can go wrong. As TV news veterans, Gina and I know all about that. And one Australian reporter learned that lesson the hard way.
You'd be right to be skeptical. Thousands of additional skateboarders.
Crikey! Good grief! Mike Amor from 7 Network was doing a story on hoverboards at a skate park in Los Angeles when he got whacked in the head right here by the old skateboard. As you can see him, they're clutching his noggin after the impact. Tough day on the job, mate, for sure. Now, thankfully, this bloke is okay. He walked away with just a little bump on his head and very likely a bruised ego, Gina.
Ooh, that hurt to watch, but I
One
tell
more
you
time?
what.
Yeah, bam, right there.
Now, you and I
He's
both
okay.
know nobody has battled it out more than Mark. He's battled an alligator.
Unbelievable.
He's dealt with snakes.
Yeah.
I mean, he's done it all. So that really, you know, a hit to the head is nothing.
It's incredible. The guy has wrestled about every mammal and
Yes.
reptile on planet Earth.
That's right.
Yeah, it's amazing. I mean,
So at the end of this kicker, they wound up chit-chatting a little bit about the incident. They even were able to run the video on a loop 3 times. And then afterwards, they even started talking to the weather anchor to maybe recap weather before they ended their show. So the producer was able to factor that kicker into her show to make sure that it had run out or that it had properly filled that 30-minute window. So as a producer, you do have the ability to stretch your shows out to add more time or to shrink them by killing stories to get things back on time. And a very wonderful thing that can also help you out is the kicker. And you can use that to make sure your shows come out